Hey, it's Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com. It's Monday. It's November the 3rd. This will be our chart lesson for today. And before we get started, I know a lot of you have wondered where I've been and what had happened to me. Hopefully, most of you have heard the word by now. But I lost my father um, on Tuesday, October 21st. And so that was the last chart lesson. And it was unexpected. I was close to my father, and um, he had a massive heart attack and passed away. So I've been taking some time off, obviously dealing with the burial of my father and grieving and helping my mother. And, we all lived here locally, and we were close. And so this has been a big blow for me. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciate all the notes, all the prayers, the notes of sympathy. And it really has been a tough time for me. I'm feeling a lot better this week. I'm dipping my toes into trading. I only took a couple of trades today. Um, I'm still not 100%, but I'm feeling good enough to try to get back to normal and move forward. And it's just going to take some time for me to heal and go through the grieving process. And again, I was very close to my father, and honestly, I met him every morning for coffee before I came to trade, and so the last couple of weeks not meeting with him and spending 30 minutes to 45 minutes with him every morning have been tough for me. So, but needless to say, I'm moving on, and I haven't gone anywhere. Just took some time off and some well-needed time off, and okay, sorry, I had a slight interruption there, but yeah, I'm going to dip my toes back into trading, start back slowly, try to do the chart lesson each day. I did do a midday chart, but if we have a day and you don't see something from me, know that I probably had some personal business to take care of regarding my father's estate and helping my mother get all that squared away and so forth. So it's just kind of still crazy a little bit for me, but it helped to kind of get back to a normal schedule today for me. And but again, it may be hit or miss, but I plan to kind of just ease back into it and do my regular thing this week, even though I may not trade as much. One thing that you probably understand from me is that I talk about a lot is that you got to be emotionally stable when you're trading, and if you're not, it's not good to trade. And so if I'm not feeling 100%, I won't be trading. Doesn't mean I won't come into the office and still do my normal stuff. So hopefully you'll still see the midday charts and the afternoon wrap ups, the chart lesson and so forth. I'm gonna try to do those. But if you don't see one, you'll know why. It may take me a little bit, and I may need to step out to take care of some business or something that due to all that's transpired in the last week and a half. So, but again, I appreciate it, all the words of sympathy, all the prayers, and uh, I'm really I'm really blessed that to have so many friends, people that I consider friends that I've never met, people from all around the world, and y'all been good to me, and I greatly appreciate that, and I appreciate the prayers and so forth. But let's move on. Let's get into the chart lesson. Not a lot of trades today. It's been slow, fairly typical kind of average. I mean, it looks like things have kind of gotten back to normal while I've been gone. It does look like we've rallied pretty well. I'll be honest with you, I haven't even looked at the market, haven't opened a chart since the Tuesday night my father passed. So I was really in the dark. I mean, I didn't even care, to be honest with you, what was going on at the time. I was just a little bit emotionally spent, so to speak. But I was really surprised to log on this morning and see that, hey, we're back at 2,000 again, and doesn't totally shock me because this market just is resilient and it always seems to snap back. But I was surprised it did it so quickly, and but it does look like the volatility is relatively normal again, and this just looks like a fairly standard range kind of day. We had a little trend up, a trend line break, a new high, a trend down, a trend line break. We didn't get a new low there, but now we've been trending up. We've had a break of this, and we've got a new high in place. But I'm guessing we're going to probably test this high before anything different happens. It looks, it's just been really slow and choppy trying to go higher. but it just keeps going higher. So my guess is we're going to at least test this high. Um, it may be that the resistance really starts right in here around 215, 215.50. So we could turn down from here, but I'd be shocked if we don't probably test this high before it's over. We just keep pushing that direction, so we'll see. But fairly standard, typical range kind of day, with a range being, 8 or 9 points, 8 to 10 points. So let's talk about the trades. I'll wrap this one up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time today. But the first trade I saw, we were really in a range this morning. When I came in, there was a little failed break higher, and then another little trap that went down and then turned and went out the high side. If you were trading, that was right around the 7 o'clock hour. Great place to enter. Quick, easy move. Then you get this. This is a two-legged pullback, but on this chart, it's a first entry, and it's not a real good signal bar. It has a bullish tint to it. So if you traded this one, this is one where you probably wanted to use a limit order. And if you didn't use a limit order, you may not have even, if you used a stop on this, which I wouldn't mark it with a stop here, 214, yeah, you see it would have been a 4-tick failure. So you had to get in on that one with a limit order, or you would have been a 4-tick failure. And you don't want to be going short yet, because this is the first break of the little channel. It was tempting to go short right here, but you can see all that support, and that was the opening price, and we usually test that quite a few times. We usually fill that gap. It's hard to see that gap, but if you look at where we opened, and then at the 8:30 hour, then it would be a gap from where we closed the previous day to where we opened today. And if you don't understand that, then read up on, you have to understand how the 24-hour chart works, and I'm not going to go into that now. But generally that gap will get filled, and it filled it relatively quickly after the open. It actually started working back before the regular market opened, because the regular market opened right in here. And it comes back, it fills that little gap, and you get that little double trap. Notice that right there. We made a new low or double test, and what usually happens, usually means you're going to go further in the other direction. So, okay, I had an interruption there, but you can see we're testing that high now, just as I pretty much expected. And we got the break and a couple of legs up. We'll see if we reverse from here. We could go higher. We just have to see what happens. See what the price action tells us here shortly. But we were talking about this trade. You had that little double test and a nice move up. Now you got your new high. So just wait. It was tempting to think about short here, but you're always better to wait. And then you got the failed second entry long here, so that's set up perfectly. And then you came back and you got another push down. And it could be that this was a little steeper here than what I have it drawn. But you still get the break here and an attempt with a little trap, and then it goes higher. So you get the setup either way, the reversal setup. And you can see that we tried to go lower once, twice, 3 times basically. But you made that, and you can see everything closing inside that trend line. So that's a good signal to take that for one more push up. Plus you have this, and that's the first break, and you know you're going to get a new high. Okay, I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted, but yep, you had the failed second entry long here. Gives you a nice place to go short. It comes back, and and gives you another chance to get in right here, and this one really takes on off. I didn't see a break of this trend line yet, so I didn't like trying to get long down here, even though this is a range day. You could have considered this one. I'll go ahead and circle this in green, because there is enough room really to get out before you get back to the trend line and the EMA there. And I think it's a little aggressive because there's no break of that trend line. But it did work, and I just don't see a good short setup here. But I like the short trap back to the upside that we talked about right off that trend line. Nice place to go long. And then we worked back. We got a little break of the trend line here, but it works back. Notice the close outside this little channel working down, the move to a new low, the big bearish bar, and that one tick, and it reverses. That's a great setup right there, because they're going to trap. I guarantee you a lot of people got trapped short right there. And it wasn't pretty, and it took a while, but it works all the way back up. Now we got a new high. This market, who knows? This market could be at 3,000 in a week or two. The way it's been, it's just a resilient market that can't seem to sell off. And as scary as it was for a couple of weeks there, we've taken it all back, and we're right back where we started again. So who knows where we're headed? My guess is we could still go higher. This could be just a retest of the high on a much bigger pattern, and we could sell off again. But as day traders, we don't really care which way it's going. We just have to get on board and follow the price action every day and go with it. So I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I know it's a little short, but I'm just kind of trying to get back in the swing of things here. And there just weren't a whole lot of trades today. You might have considered going long here. That's a breakout pullback, and this is real congestive here. So the only reason I like that one, the long side, is you got the new low, and you actually have another push here, and then that little double push. It was tempting to go long right there, but I think if you waited and you saw that next push, because then it's that little double test rule, just kind of like here. This is kind of like a little repeat pattern of this, and then it shoots on up and goes higher. So again, you probably would have wanted to use a limit order here if you took this one, but you might have even considered adding on right here on a breakout. Again, it's not a very good setup, but this thing is just kind of slowly chopped higher, and you had to figure this is where we were heading, and we really shot right on through that. So, but that's about it for today. Again, I appreciate all the support and the emails and the comments and so forth with the death of my father, and it means a lot to me. And again, it's amazing the friends that I've made all around the world, and some of you, you feel like it's close as family, and I've never even laid eyes on you. And the internet has made the world an interesting place, and it certainly made it interesting for me. And I just appreciate all the friends that I've got out there all across the world that stood behind me in this kind of difficult time in my life right now. So I appreciate y'all. I wish you the best. I hope you had a good trading day. Hope things went well for you while I was gone. And it's a continual learning process, and you never stop learning. I still learn more every day myself, and I hope each of you continue to get better each day as well. So, but we'll wrap it up. We'll be back to do it again tomorrow. This is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.